and welcome to our Easter edition of Chaos In. Tonight, you are joining Ian, Tamar, Tim, Sean, Sarah B, Andy and Sarah S as we play Minute to Win It. All the equipment you need to join in is in your bag, along with a little treat to make later. As well as all that, you need to grab a pen and paper and a bowl and get ready to play Minute to Win It. How quickly can you build a freestanding tower using just toilet rolls and 3 plastic eggs? You have a minute. Go.
So, Ian got 2 points, Sarah got 3 points, no one got 1 point.
For this game, you will need your yellow chicken marshmallow from your sweet bag. You have to use just your facial muscles and the tilt of your head to move the chicken from your forehead to your mouth. The winner of the game will be the first one to get it into their mouth. Go.
I touched with my tongue.
Oh dear.
So only Tim got points, so Tim got 3.
Well done,
Currently,
Tim.
Tim's on 3, Sarah Salter's on 3, Ian's on 2.
Our next game is the egg and straw race. You'll need a straw, a plastic egg, and if possible, a coin to pop inside the egg. The idea is, using the straw, you have to blow the plastic egg 1 metre in one direction and 1 metre back again. How quickly can you complete the course?
So another 3 points to Tim, which takes him to 6. 2 to Sarah, which takes her to 5. And 1 to Ian, which takes him to 3.
Our next round is bunny tail drop. Find yourself a bowl and pull out of your bag the cotton wool balls. Then carefully stand on a chair. Holding a bunny tail cotton wool ball to your nose, try and drop it down into the bowl below. How many can you get in the bowl in 1 minute?
So who was done then? John, you got 3 points.
Hooray!
And then who said done? I think it was Tim, Sarah, and Ian, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 each.
Tim was before me.
Oh, so Tim 2, and then Sarah and Ian 1.
Our next game is a sat down game. You just need your lolly stick and some jelly beans. Pop the lolly stick in your mouth and then add the jelly beans one at a time until you have 6 balancing along the stick. Let's see which leader is going to score yet more points. An early finish in that round, and Sarah Beacon is off the mark with 3 points. Closely behind her is Sian and Ian on 5, Sarah Salters on 7, and Tim is leading the way on 8. Now, have you ever wondered why Good Friday is called good? I mean, it's to do with Jesus dying, isn't it? So why is that a good thing? Let's find out now.
Let's say, for example, Dan's wife Kelly says you've got to complete a trick shot. You get one opportunity, one chance, one shot, and that is it. But she also says that if you don't get it in, there's going to be consequences to your actions. That sounds fair. I back myself. Let's do it. As I kick the ball, it's looking good, and to the point where it misses the target. Maybe it hits the rim, maybe it hits the bottom of the bin, maybe it's actually not as good as I thought it was in the first place. And the punishment is push-ups. And Kelly says, you've got to do 100 push-ups. So I go down to push-up position, and as I go down to do my first push-up, Dan steps in. And Dan says, you know what? I'm going to take the punishment that you deserve, and I'm going to do your push-ups for you. I'm like, Dan, thank you so much. That's incredible. He completes the push-ups, and he does my punishment that I deserve. The reason it's Good Friday is because the Bible talks about us as people turning our back on God and saying, hey, I want nothing to do with you, God. I don't want to live the way that you intended me to. And so we miss the target. Just like Kelly set me the trick shot, we miss the target of what it means to live up to the standard that God set. And when we miss a target and we miss a standard, there's consequences to our actions. And the Bible is clear that the consequences to us being sinful, which means we turn our back on God, is death. That sounds awful. That would be Awful Friday. Nobody wants to take part in Awful Friday. And the reason it's good is because he dies the death that we deserve. In the same way that Dan steps in and does the push-ups for me, Good Friday is about a God who sends his one and only Son so that whoever believes in him, so if we put our faith and our trust in Jesus Christ, we can be restored back to God. Think of it like this. The world at the moment is not how it should be. And we recognize that, right? There's a feeling within us that says the world shouldn't be this way. We shouldn't be stuck in isolation. We should be out with our friends and our family and hanging out at the park and going to the cinema and going to Nando's. There's something within us that says the world shouldn't be this way. I want you to imagine that this Easter egg represents us. It's whole, it's perfect, it's decent, right? It is good. Because we turned our back on God, because we said, I want to go my own way, and we've rejected God, what happens is that we become broken because the world shouldn't be this way. It's like taking this egg and crushing it to the point where it's not as it should be. It doesn't represent an egg anymore. It's still chocolate, but it's not how it was originally intended. It's broken and it's in bits. And in the same way, that is who we've become as humans. Everything within us says the world's not supposed to be this way. We believe that on Good Friday, Jesus comes to say, the world isn't supposed to be like this. I'm going to take the punishment that you deserve, just like the press-up example, so you can be restored to fullness of the way that it was intended to be. What started off as broken, what started off as anxiety, as pain, of suffering, of fear, leads to being restored, which means being made complete in the person of Jesus. And that, young people, is the reason that we celebrate this Friday. And that is why we call it good.
Okay, it's time to find your foil tray, a plastic egg again, and 3 stickers. You need to place the 3 stickers spread out on the tray, but with the sticky side up. Then carefully pop the egg in the middle of your tray, not touching any of the stickers. In the minute, you have to try and balance the tray on your hand and roll the egg around it until all 3 stickers are stuck to the egg. Can you complete the challenge?
Andy, 3 points. Everyone else, 2 points.
Can you juggle? Well, it may help on the next game if you can. You may need to pause the video now as you blow up 3 balloons and get them tied up. The idea is you have to try and keep all 3 balloons in the air all the time through the minute. I have to tell you, the leaders are pretty bad at this one. So let's see if you can do better than they do.
Okay, 3 points, Tim. And then I think Sarah Beacon, 2 points. I think the rest of you all just failed, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this next game is definitely my favourite. You have got loads of mini eggs. The idea is that you put one in your mouth at a time, you bite it and chew it, then swallow it, and when your mouth is completely empty, you pop in another. Keep going, eating one at a time, biting it, chewing it, swallowing it, and see how many you can get through in a minute. Can you eat more than the leaders?
I think I was on 4.
4, Andy.
4, I think, yeah.
4, Sarah Beacon.
4.
4, Ian.
What, how many left?
No, how
Well,
many did you eat?
Well, I've only got 8 left.
No, but how did you eat?
Must have eaten about 10.
10.
Sean?
6.
6. Sarah Salter?
6.
Okay, so Ian, 3 points. Sarah and Sean, 2 points. Tim, Sarah Beacon, Andy, 1 point.
Now you need to grab a pen and some paper and write on it Chaos, Easter, Fun. Kaos, Easter, Fun. Then you've got a minute to try and make as many words you can out of it. You can only use each letter once in a word, and any of your words can be 2 letters or more. For example, you could have written down East. You may have rest. There you go. That's 2 for starters. How many other words can you write in a minute?
Sean, how many words did you get?
27.
Woo!
What?
Flipping heck.
I'm a bit geeky at things like this.
Ian,
11.
11. Sarah Beacon?
6.
Andy?
9.
9. Sarah Salter?
13.
13. And Tim?
I'm 11 as well.
11. So 1 point to the 11s, 2 points to the 13. And Sean, I think you should have,
I can show you. Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
amazing.
I think we should give you
That is really good.
5 points, not 3 points.
5 point. Oh, thank you.
For our final game, you're going to need a straw and all your jelly beans. You have to use the straw to suck up a jelly bean and move it to sort them into different colour piles. How many can you sort out in the time given? Let's see.
So I think Ian's probably the best of 3 points. Sarah Beacon and Tim, 2 points each. Andy, Sean, and Sarah, 1 point each.
Well, before we find out who the winner is, let me talk you through making your Easter pud in a mug. Well, do send us photos of your pud in a mug, especially if you make it Easter themed. and would love to hear how you get on with their Minute to Win It games as well. Which challenges do you beat the leaders on? Talking about the leaders, let's find out who the winner is.
Tim!
Well, that's it for our Chaos Easter episode. But it's not it for Easter. There's still loads more happening. The first thing is our Easter Amble, which kicks off on Sunday and is a trail around the outside of 6 houses in the Kempston area. There's loads of activities and challenges to complete, and you can find out more information on our website. Then, if you've got a taste for baking after your pud in a mug, then why not tomorrow make mini egg brownies? You can join the Easter Bake Along on YouTube or Facebook from 2 p.m. tomorrow. And it's staying up, so you can do it at any point next week if you want. And finally, we would love you to celebrate Easter Sunday with us. Again, more information can be found on our website. And then there's the exciting news that after Easter, we hope to be meeting back in person as Chaos. We as leaders are planning outdoor activities and 1 or 2 Chaos in the building. So get your grown-ups to keep up to date with the emails, and we hope to see you very soon. Have a great Easter.